What's up, everyone? Let's see if we can go ahead and get ourselves back into the playoffs.
It's Madden NFL 22 as the league's best offense looks to light up the #1 defense. It's the Cowboys and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Here's Kareth White on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
From the 31, Watson buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
From the gun on third, Watson flush to his right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A give. This is Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's complete. Touchdown! Talented Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach. Not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down midfield. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. Runs over him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run. Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, you know, got a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the three.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A give to Elliott running left. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. We hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that is...
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
On play action, Prescott.
He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Cleveland offense ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Tom Brady, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And you can see they lead the visiting Arizona Cardinals at halftime. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in if you're new. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so
they're
you
still
won't
very
miss
much
another
in
live
this game,
stream.
although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Here's Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A give running right is Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Chubb running right. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Out of the gun, Watson sliding out of the pocket. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
And that'll be caught by Fehoko.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, here's Chubb again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Trucks over him, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing, Prescott, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott now.
Well, this one complete. It's Fehoko.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Simi Fehoko.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Flushed out right, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing now, Watson. Steps away. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play another game.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jets and the reigning Super Bowl champs. And it comes your way next.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's White. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some strong running. Chubb will have the first down and much more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the ground, it's Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he gets it down to the 32. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down. It's Gordon, and this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Runs through the contact. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage coverage as he slides to the turf.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Oh, yeah.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb stops short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson sliding out of the pocket. This pass complete to Higgins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and inches, Wilson airing one out for Crowder. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Airing one out for Crowder. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in that 1st half. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Sam Darnold with 3 touchdown passes. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half for the Jets. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that 1st half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the 2nd half. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the 2nd half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of 1st halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
74 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, you know, the question is, how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question, because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 77 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Watson out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Watson on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for Cleveland. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They run it here with Gordon. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On first down, Wilson, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Watson now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
There's Wilson. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one point completion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They run. Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he will be blocked out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
YBN want a thing up.
Would you look at that? Jumped all up to first place in 2 games. I don't think I have the cap to resign everybody, though. Let's see who we got here, though. I'll see if I can win out here. I can hold the first place in my division and possibly get a home game or two. So we have 3 games left here. The Jets, the Saints, and the Bengals. I would have to say in order to make at least a playoff spot, I'd have to take 2 out of 3. Oh yeah, the beautiful part I have in Deshaun Watson's contract, you get no cap room. I say I did mess up. I said the Jets, it's actually the Dolphins. Then it's the Saints, and then on to Cincinnati. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Hopefully, the next stream I can cover all 3 of these games, at least try to do at least one of them. Um, yeah, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notifications so you won't miss my next live stream. I do mix up some things of football, Pokemon Go. I will look forward to expanding more to that. Looking into getting Call of Duty, possibly getting a Call of Duty team on the PS5. So if there's anybody out there that would love to join this team, feel free to go ahead and comment on this video. And, let's get to work. And also, don't forget, I have been saying, if you know Captain Swell, I've been saying on his channel, man, if I break 1,000 subscribers, I will give out the new Madden that's out at that time. So, guys, August is around the corner. If we could get up there, if not, hey, let's try to work for possibly next year's. Thank you guys for stopping in. Thank you for checking out this video whenever you can. If it's right now, down the line, somewhere in the future, thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate all the likes. Um, Again, if you can hit that sub button again, it would really help me and, you know, help my channel grow a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much. You guys enjoy your day, your night, your morning, wherever you're at right now, man. Just enjoy yourselves. Stay safe out there, man, and stay awesome. Peace.